Look at this man and tell me what you think. Listen to what he said.
Are confused, thinking that John the Revelator is a divine prophet, or
Is he?
that John the
Criticizing the
Revelator
Bible.
has something to do with John the Baptist or John the great disciple of Jesus Christ.
A hypocrite, this
No.
man.
John the Baptist, a beautiful, holy, and righteous man. John the son of Zacharias, a beautiful, holy, and righteous servant of God. John, the disciple of Jesus, was an honorable man.
Look what
and
he's teaching.
was the only one of the disciples, to my understanding, that was at the cross with Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Mary Magdalene and others, to stand with Jesus in the hour of his crucifixion. John the Revelator is different. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that John the Revelator,
This man claimed that Elijah Muhammad
yakub,
is a prophet.
the father of this present world and the maker of the Caucasian race of people from the brown germ of the original black man. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, and it's right there in the first chapter of Revelations. John is saying, I, John, for a testimony for Jesus Christ on the Isle of Patmos for the word of the Lord. Patmos, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, is really the island of Pilan, where the Caucasian race was brought into existence. John's testimony was of Jesus Christ, because John was on that island looking forward to the time when his people would be made from the black, and then the brown, and then the yellow, and then the final stage of the grafting process, white. And that people
Racist man.
were permitted to come back into the Holy Land, and within 6 months, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us, they turned the Holy Land upside down.
Don't listen to him.
So they were gathered and cable-towed, and everything was taken from them except the language, and they were marched 2,200 miles into the hills and cave sides of Europe, where they remained for 2,000 years of their 6,000 years to rule. But John, the Revelator, was looking at the coming of Jesus Christ, whose presence in the world would symbolize the end of his civilization and the end of his people. So John said, when this one came, he would say, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending. He represents the original people of the earth who have suffered for 6,000 years under the contrary rule of the Caucasian people.
Racist man.
Now John on the island of Patmos for the word of the Lord. And what was that word? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, it is, let us make man in our image and after our likeness, and let us give them power, dominion over the fowl of the air, the fish of the sea, and every creeping thing that crawls upon the earth. And that rule, a contrary rule, would be for 6,000 years. John was looking at the end of his world that he would bring in. As you recall, in a prior broadcast, we talked from the Holy Quran that Allah is telling the angels, I'm going to place a ruler in the earth. And the angels asked him, what would you place in it, except that would create mischief and cause the shedding of blood? But Allah answered, I know what you know not. And even though this contrary world has been in existence for 6,000 years, and even though this world and all its evil that all of the inhabitants of the earth have been afflicted by, yet at the end of that time.
You see, this man is a racist scum. This man is indeed a racist. He is teaching the black people that the white man is a production of a mad scientist who they call Yakub. This man, Loius Farakhan, you must not follow him. He's a deceiver and a liar.